So this is a BG3 pendulum, a biogeometry 3 pendulum. Again, I am not a practitioner, so I'm not going to go into details on how to use this. There's full class work that you can do on that subject matter. Again, those links are below. The Biogeometry Institute is actually up in Montreal. Ibrahim Karim, who was in Egypt and is Egyptian, had to move to Montreal because of the dynamics of what was going on in Egypt, but that is for a different subject and a different video. But here, let me get real close so you can see that this pendulum is significantly different than this pendulum, right? Very primitive shape, not primitive at all. Very, very specifically designed shape that has one thing that it's designed to detect, which is biogeometry 3 energies, or the energy at a 0 point of a circle, which is where the term 0 point comes from. All those folks on the internet that are talking about 0 point or scalar waves, here is a scalar wave detector device. Now, not any specific, not in general scalar waves, but specific scalar waves that are highly beneficial, that exist at the center of a circle, or exist in any arc, or are produced by sacred geometry that's based on the phi curve, that 1.618. This pendulum, as I call it, detects life force energy. And if you were to buy one, because you're not here for me to help you see how it works, and you were to hold it over your hand and concentrate on the backside of your hand, it would begin to move on its own, just like that. I'm not spinning this. All I'm doing is concentrating on my energetic field, allowing the pendulum to do what it's going to do. I don't typically hold it in the position that it's in. I'm typically holding it at my side and just noticing the spin or the absence of spin based on my consciousness. Now, it's spinning. I'm focusing on the palm of my hand. I'm focusing now on the camera. It is not spinning. I'm focusing on a book in the room. It's not spinning. Okay, I go back to the palm of my hand, my consciousness going back to the palm of my hand, or connecting to the palm of my hand, because all I'm doing is connecting to the pendulum. It's not calibrated to a length. Calibrating this to a specific person's length is a different test. We're not going into that. We're just simply testing for what I'm calling life force energy, or what in biogeometry terms is called BG3 energy, or the higher harmonic of gold, the higher harmonic of ultraviolet, and negative horizontal green, or pardon me, horizontal negative green. So those three qualities existing at the center of any circle, and it can be demonstrated. Like for $69, you can go on one of the three websites I'm going to have below, buy one of these, do your own experimenting with it, or take a class or two, and become an expert or more of an expert at testing. Now, why is this really important? Because the significant difference that the Safe Space Dimensional Designs products deliver to the individual is the ability not just to mitigate the detrimental portion of the band, which we haven't gotten into. We'll try my best to get there today. They convert the detrimental into beneficial. So my cell phone, and we're going to kind of do this maybe in a little bit of a backwards motion, but I'm going to make a phone call and have, I call it my voicemail, and then focus on the phone. So I'm going to use my finger as a sensor. It is not dialing. You know, it's trying to, but so it's not connected yet. So there's just a little bit. When it fully connects and it's fully operating, this field will get a little further out. Okay, so it is now it's connected, and I can come down with this as my sensor, and right to about here, and it is projecting out this far beneficial energies. It'll be slightly different depending on the orientation or from the transmitter that's in the phone, but that's the basic concept. This phone now is converted from producing detrimental waves to producing beneficial waves. Now, what can we do to really hone this in for everyone that's watching? Let's kind of go over it again. This is a non-specific, pardon me, this is a very specifically tailored pendulum.